Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we set up this additional production line for strange matter, tripling our output into the network. I think the thing I said we were going to work on next was supermagnetic rings. We have a real deficit in our game, or in our network. We take a look at reports here. Let's look at 10 hours. Well, we're on the local planet. I guess we'll need to go home first to check it out. Let's do that. Let's get back to Alwade 3 over by the gas giant. Where is that? Here we go. Oh, it's fairly close. The planets are in some kind of alignment, so shouldn't take us that long to get there. Yeah, just a little bit over 1 astronomical unit to get home. We can burn through that pretty quickly. So yeah, I want to work on supermagnetic rings because there's a deficit of them in a lot of our production chain. A lot of things need them and we don't make very many. They use graphite and magnets and I think electromagnetic turbines. Let's check the recipe for supermagnetic rings. Yeah. So we have lots of electromagnetic turbines. A couple episodes ago, we pumped a bunch of that into the system. I think we did magnets as well. So it's just a question of how much graphite we have available. And boy, I've popped this full of a bunch of trash, haven't I? Okay. This looks a little bit better. So let's go into our reports. Let's take a look. As we start making our way down. Energetic graphite. Production is 293.9 per minute. Consumption is 303.2. So we have a deficit here. We're not producing enough for our consumption. I'm not quite sure how to read this graph here. Production over the last 10 hours kind of went up, down a little bit, up a little bit. It's pretty much standard. Consumption is pretty consistent as well. So we're going to need to make some more energetic graphite. Other ingredients here are going to be magnets. Looks like we have a consumption production deficit there as well. I thought we had caught up on this, but maybe not. And then electromagnetic turbines. We're actually consuming as much as we're producing here as well, but not by much. I think that the production's pretty standard. We've seen it jump up and then it's gone back down. So if we switch this to 1 hour instead and look at electromagnetic turbines. Interesting. Consumption's higher than production. I wonder why that is. We bumped a lot. We bumped this up a lot. We must have stockpiles that we're eating into. But you can see here, consumption and production differences on supermagnetic rings are really bad. We're using almost twice as much as we're producing. So I think looking at the 10-hour line is okay. Maybe we'll look at 1 hour here. So yeah, I don't quite understand how we're doubling the consumption compared to production. I guess we produce a bunch, it goes into the network starts using it, and then you can see here, it jumps back up. So if we switch to 1 minute here, there's big jumps in, we're consuming more than we're producing, but I think that's because the production's just shut down while things are traveling around in the network. I'm not exactly sure how to best interpret these numbers. But our production has dropped down for a long period here, and then it jumped up. So clearly, we have more production available. It's just we're not using it right now. I don't know. I think maybe we're fine. It's tough to understand how to read those graphs correctly. We definitely need a bunch more supermagnetic ring production, though. And I think we'll do that back here. Let's head over in this direction. We've already got some production facilities that we've built here. Adding a few more shouldn't hurt. I'm pretty sure we've got about, I would guess, somewhere on the order of 180 electromagnetic turbines per minute that we can use I think, because I think we built 360 and then used half of it somewhere. So if I was going to produce rings... and let's go ahead and upgrade this. This recipe will call for... If we put in 180 electromagnetic turbines, we'll need 270 magnets and 90 energetic graphite, and we'll produce 90 supermagnetic rings. 180... What are we doing? We're doing 20 recipes per minute here. So to consume 180 rings and produce 90... I guess we need like 4 of these. We'll do 80, right? 80 more rings per minute should even things out a little bit. So 4 of these would be fine. Let's see. Let's put down a little bit of color here. Figure out if we can build another blueprint that's useful for us. So these are going to be blue rings. Let's change the color here to blue. Let's see if we can squeeze it in something like that. I guess we'll give ourselves one more height to work with. So let's start with a tower. Throw the tower down in the upper left corner like this. Not quite there. I want you... like that, or like that? Yeah, right on the edge. That's fine. Okay. So this tower is going to call in all our ingredients that we need. It's going to call for... Where are we? Electromagnetic turbines. It's going to call for magnets, and it's going to call for energetic graphite. And we only need a 1:3:2 ratio, so let's do something like 1,000 energetic graphite, 2,000... No, 3,000 magnets. Was that it? Yeah, 3,000 magnets. And then 2,000 electromagnetic turbines. That's fine. And then we'll have our output go back in here as well. That'll be supermagnetic rings. So these are going to be demanders. I think we will proliferate as well, which would mean we need another... which would mean we would need another... tower to call in the proliferator. Let's actually have this then. Let's have this be all demand all the time. Let's put this down to like 400 and demand proliferator from it. Where's proliferator? Come on now. There you are. Okay. Let's get you powered up. Looks like I need a few more Tesla towers. Let's go snag those real quick. All right. So, we're going to have the 3 lines come out, and then a 4th line to proliferate them. Let's get that in place. So I probably need to build some of these, or go grab some of these, rather. I should be building them. Here we go. Yep, I can get a full stack here. Let's see. What is the tidiest way to do this? Like, we're gonna use at least 2 height here, no matter what. So, let's have... What did I say I wanted to do? 4? Alright. Let's get these coming out and coming along here like this. And then you come out as well. Okay, then we'll get our last one here. Okay, so we've got our 3 lines. Then we throw on the proliferators. And then our last line comes out of here. Comes up to one height and then slides in like that. Right? Okay. So that's fine. In terms of which line is which, we want the line that requires the highest throughput to be closest. So if we're making supermagnetic rings, that would be the magnets, then the electromagnetic turbines, then the energetic graphite. So we'll have magnets here, then electromagnetic turbines, and then graphite. And then you over here will be our friend. Now that's interesting. Why is there no... Really don't need much. There should be some proliferator in the system available, right? I guess it'll show up when it shows up. I do have proliferator in the system. I'm sure of that. Let me take a quick peek over here. Where's proliferator? Yeah. So we might actually have... We might have a bit of a shortage. We might need to set up a quick proliferator input somewhere. We'll come back to that idea after we set this up. So let's see. You are then going to spit out, or you're going to pull in your goodies. You're going to pull in your inputs. So let's do 1, 2, and 3. Then we need an output line that's going to go to a tower. So maybe we want 4 of these, right? We said maybe the blueprint changes a little bit, or the belt lines change a little bit. So let's say we have a second one here. And then a third one here, or maybe a third one like this. Where are we going to do outputs though? I need to leave a line for outputs. So we'll do a third one and a fourth one there. And then we'll wrap these around so that it's a little bit less of a big line and a little bit more of a rectangle. Yeah. Okay. Let's change this line a little bit. So we'll have these wrap around. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, I think. Does that work? Yeah, okay. And then this one will come down here like this. And this one will come down here like this. Okay. Grab these. Plop them down. Like that. Run the output line through here. And then down to the second tower. For output. Oh, can I put a tower that close to another tower? I don't think I can. Alright, so that's a bit of an error. I guess that doesn't work. How close how close can you be? I guess we have to have you over here-ish. So we are going to take up all this space. I can't squeeze it in there unless I could maybe move these down here. Right? Like I could move them down. I do need an output line somehow. So I've got to have at least this here, and probably has to jump over those. If we plopped these down here, we can get them as close as possible as we want, right? So that they could be like... They could be here and here. And then, no, we would still need an output line for them as well. They need to be one further forward. So we have to have an output line coming like along here somewhere. And then along there, and then over. So then this ends up being right there. And the lines come down like that. Nope. That was not the right one. I need this one to go there. This one comes to here. This one comes to here. So that does use a lot more space for belting, though. Not sure if that's good or bad. But let's bring this around and over. So you can be right there, and then right there. You've got your inputs. Your outputs come here and hop over to the tower, unless I can squeeze the tower in here. Can I fit you there? No. Not quite. You have to be over here, huh? So, is there a better way to do this that uses less space? I'm trying to figure it out. We're using a lot of space for the belts. I guess, actually, if we use more sprayers, we could cut this out entirely and build a second set of outputs over here. But then, yeah, no, we're already using one of the outputs. I don't know if this makes sense. I'm trying to figure out how to make it as compact as possible, but maybe that's just a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like, I think this uses too much belt space. I think we were probably better with a line. Yeah, we were probably better off with just a line. So we'll bring these over like this. We'll do a couple more of these. One, and need one more length here. There we go. And then the tower can go where? I guess if we're doing it this way, it makes the most sense to make it like we can make it wider and then not use up any of this lower space down here. So it ends up being like 1.5 tiles tall. Right? So it will be a long, thin one. I guess that is the most efficient way to use the space. So then, like, if I remove the coloring here, we end up with something like this. Right, and then we put the second tower down. Just put that down nice and close. Like that. And then this just hops up here to feed in. And then you supply supermagnetic coils. Or supermagnetic rings. Yeah, you're supplying. And we can fill you up with as many as we can make. That's fine. So it's a longer build, but it's narrower, so we could stack more of them. Let's see if we can squeeze in. We need to do outputs, and then we'll see if we can squeeze in. Did you ever end up... You never end up getting any... You never ended up getting any proliferator. Why is that? Dang it. Where is all my proliferator? Is it not feeding into the network at the moment? Or what? I guess I'm gonna have to hunt that down. Like, no, because these definitely got filled up. So at some point... You know what? I must have burned through the coal somewhere. That must be what happened. I'll have to go track that down next. Let's see if we can squeeze in the power plants or the power towers. I guess we need to do outputs first. Seems good. And then where can we squeeze in a Tesla tower or 5? Right there. And right there. And then everything is powered? Yeah. That's a pretty decent blueprint. I'm okay with that. Yeah. All right. So let me copy and paste this. We didn't get any of the adjoining thing, right? Yeah, we picked up just these elements. Okay. So this is going to be tower builds. Blue ring. What is this? 90, I think? No, we determined they were making... This is blue ring 80, but proliferated, we add another 20. So this is blue ring 100, I think. I think that's correct. Let's give it a... super magnetic ring. Blue ring 100. I think that's right. Let's save the blueprint. You are producing, yeah, 20 per minute times 4. You're not fully proliferated yet because I don't have any proliferator in the system for some reason. Let me go ahead. So that'll help out locally. We have a lot of demand for that. And you're going to be supplying, yes. So that's fine. Every time you get 400, you'll go take it over to this other tower that wants it. And then it'll feed into... It'll feed into some ring location over here and then be distributed. Where was it? I think it's here? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people want these rings. So getting some more into production is good. I would almost consider doubling this and just worrying about like, yeah, I think it's worth doubling this. I think we could use more production. So if I throw this down like here, I guess we'll throw it out down over here. Or where can we put this? We need some foundation somewhere. Why doesn't that seem like it lines up exactly? I can't tell what the right way to... I can't see... Was it just below the line? Yeah, it was just below the line. Okay. So we'd want it like that. Let's go ahead and make some space for it. I can't tell if that's enough. How many to use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost. Okay. So can I just, like, throw that down and have it work? I think so, right? Like that? Oh no, it won't work because of the towers. How close do they have to be to work? That'll work. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw some blue on here. Out to like that. Okay. So it's a little wasteful because we've got like 2 planetary towers doing the same thing right next to each other. Looks like we also need a wireless Tesla tower between them. Hook everything up. Okay. So that's blue ring production. I think we're probably going to have some shortfalls on the inputs here. But the other thing we need to look into now is why aren't we getting any proliferator? Let's find out. So, how would I find that? Is proliferator coming in from off planet or not? Let's take a look. Let me zoom in here a bit. Okay, you're not proliferator. You're not proliferator. You're not proliferator. You are. You're supplying to remote and local storage. So you're sending to other planets. Okay. What about you? I think you're supposed to have a bunch of... You're supposed to have a bunch of proliferator going into you. And then the idea was you'd supply to other planets. But I think you need to supply locally as well. Let's go see where that was supposed to come from and why it isn't coming in anymore. Okay. So... You're also providing... Okay, well, if you're doing... You're sending it out to somebody. Looks like we have lack of material on carbon nanotubes here. Okay. So your problem is product overflow. So we need more carbon nanotube production, it looks like, and more... We just need more of this. We need more of this. So graphene and titanite into carbon nanotubes. Yeah, we need more carbon nanotube production, I guess. These guys, wow. You don't need that much. And neither do you. Okay. You guys can definitely feed another line here. We can squeeze another one in here. Let's see. Where do we... Let's figure this out. So, outputting the carbon nanotubes is going to be the tough part. But setting down another one of these should not be hard. Let's just do that. Right? That's going to pull in the things we need. So what are you complaining about? Lack of material? You don't have... Oh, that one's wrong. Okay. So delete that one. And then we need another input. Carbon nanotubes. Or for graphene. There we go. Alright, you're now producing more carbon nanotubes. We're gonna need to add on to this line here. So... Yeah. Let's run a line... I guess you're... Let's go like this. You're like a Mark 1 belt, right? Okay, let's get you upgraded. What is it? It's up? The up arrow? There we go. Okay. Now we can bring your output around and join you to the fun bar. Okay. So there's a little bit more carbon nanotube production, which should feed into a little bit more production of proliferator. I think this could probably now feed... we could probably get a third one of these. If we had room for it. What's going on here? We're using our own proliferator to proliferate the inputs. So our inputs are... I can see one of them. Yeah. This stuff is getting proliferated, and then this stuff. So we could fit a third one if we grabbed some of these and brought them over. Not sure I can make that happen. Like if I built a line here, Could I snatch some of you and put you on here? Not really. Collides with other object. What if you... Yeah, we could change this up a little bit and make it work. Hold on. So in order to do this, I need to take from here and stick in here, and then I need to figure out how to get from here into this, and then from here into this. There we go. That's fixed. Then we just extend this a little bit. Now we can put down a third. I think we can put this right here. Yeah. And just output a little bit more proliferator, right? Is that working? Okay. So why have you died? What's your problem? Lack of material. What happened to... Oh, it'll catch up in a minute. Let me maybe upgrade this. It should catch up in a minute here. And then pass it through. Maybe not. How is it consuming all of the... Okay. Well, I guess we need more Mark II production then. Let's see if we can make that happen. Can we get another one of you? I think we can, right? Yeah. Let's break that. Extend this. Plop you down. Yep, okay, so you'll go around. Like so. Right? Okay. Let's get you like that. And then the problem we're going to have is the output line here. So... We're going to need you to come here. I guess I have to do this manually. So let me get a assembling machine here. Okay, we'll do inputs. Copy and paste. Power you up. This is all ad hoc. It's not like blueprintable or whatever. And then, can you maybe squeeze an output sorter from here to there? No. Okay. Too bad. We can still make it work. We'll just use two. So you go from there to there. And then from there to there. Okay. So now we've added a bit more of this. We might need to make one more of these, which we can do, I think. Yep. And then just add an outputter. Okay. Should be seeing a good deal more production available here. Now you should eventually fill up and allow these past. Right, there we go. Okay. So a bit of a... Diamonds might be a problem, but it looks like we're okay there. Okay. So we're now producing quite a bit more... Quite a bit more of the Mark II. But it's like being super stacked onto this line. Shouldn't it back up at some point and like... Like it's starting to go through. Looks like we need even more Mark II. It does look like we need even more Mark II here. Alright, let's do that. This is coming out this way. And then this goes around. like this. Right? And then we get another, we extend this line like so. Seems fine. Let's grab another one of these, or maybe another 2 of these. Maybe 1 is enough. That's gonna grab those ingredients. Okay. Power this on. We get all of this with 1. Okay. So we should be making a lot more of the Mark II, feeding into production of a lot more of the Mark III, I think. Let's see if it starts happening. There we go. Now it's backing up on this line, so now it's available here. Okay. So your inputs are proliferated, your inputs are proliferated, your inputs are proliferated. You're all working at full speed. We don't seem to have any more blockades. We could use 1 more of these, I think. Yeah, I think so. And then let's... This is ugly, but it'll work. We'll just put you over here. We'll do a power tower. Like that. And we'll throw some sorters on. Oh, yikes. Alright, come down this way. Like, ugly, but it works. I'm happy with it. I'm just trying to, like, get more into the system. Alright, so if we have more Mark I being produced, what's going on here? You're running out of coal, so you need another miner as well, huh? Okay, we can do that. Boy, I ended up just building an entire, like, second production chain of this. Not exactly what I intended, but if it works, right? My goodness. All this to hopefully get some more proliferator into the system for supermagnetic rings. Okay, we should see quite a bit more coming. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. That's going to be fine. There we go. Okay. So those are working at full speed, producing lots of Mark I. That should see these getting up to full speed very soon. Let's upgrade this. Why not? Okay, so all these guys are producing. Do we even need 1 more? I think we even need 1 more. Wow. Yeah, these are still running dry. Okay, 1 more it is. Okay, that should be sufficient then. Keep these guys in full production. I guess we're gonna eat through these diamonds, but maybe that's okay. You guys are still blinking on and off, huh? What is it you're blinking about? The diamonds? Okay. I think now we're good. Let's upgrade you as well, Mr. Output. Okay, now we're in business. So these should be running non-stop all the time, no downtime. Producing everything that's needed to keep these guys running full. All right. I think that should now, we should now have some in here. No, it's still all being funneled over to here, huh? Is there a way I can, like, if I do this, will it stop coming out? It'll back up. Nice. Okay. So I didn't actually know if that worked or not. And that's actually a learning thing for me. So if you have a belt going in or a sorter, it's not just the logistics distribution that will honor the limit for automation. It's those elements as well. So now we should start seeing this fill up and then eventually supplying the local PLS network, I think. Man, that was an adventure, huh? All for like a handful of supermagnetic rings. I think that's good. I think that's good. We might want to, I don't know. We might want to go build another one of these to produce some more. I mean, we are starting to proliferate a lot of stuff. And this is producing what? 37.5 per minute times 3. So that's what? That's a little bit over 100 and change. Like 110 per minute or something around there. I don't know if that's enough for everything we're doing. We might need to build a blueprint for it. Like this was not a waste of time, but I shouldn't have done this. I don't think I should have sat here messing with this. I probably should have gone and found a fresh coal patch and built a brand new blueprint template for production of this. One that had balanced ratios and everything, and you know what I mean? We could even have made the diamonds directly from the coal patch too, as part of that blueprint. Because you can make diamonds from... diamonds are from energetic graphite, which is from coal, right? Yeah, you can turn coal directly into diamonds. So the only thing we would have needed was graphene from the outside. And I think we have a bunch of unused coal on this planet as well. Yeah, see, there's 20 coal veins here. I'll tell you the other thing I was thinking about today, and let me know what you think about this idea, because I guess I'm wrapping up the episode here. I have a ton of oil on this planet that I'm really not using because it's so difficult to use, right? We've got 36.27 extraction potential per second. I don't know exactly how that works. But it's not doing me any favors just sitting in the ground where I'm not using it. So I was considering building up like 1,000 storage tanks in one location, like going out to some location and being like, okay, let me do this. Because I can get this to pretty high now. 1, 2, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then like just copying this and having like a grid square full of this. So this holds 70,000 fluid, which means like 10 of these hold 700,000, and 10 by 10 would hold almost 5 million units of whatever. So I was thinking about just making a giant storage tank and then extracting all the crude oil and turning it into refined fuel and hydrogen, just so that I would have those sources in one location instead of having like 15 oil wells spread around the planet that I'm just never going to use because they're so hard to use. And then if the resources are fully extracted, and I do have vein utilization 4 or 5 or something, so it won't be a complete waste. Like, at least then those resources are available for me to use without having to worry about balancing things. So that was something I was thinking about, was putting together some kind of massive external storage tank and pulling all the crude oil out and refining it into those 2 ingredients so that I would at least be able to use them. I'm curious what you guys think about that. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. We'll go check in on our blue ring production now, wherever we ended up putting that. It's over by the mall, right? Where's the mall from here? Yeah, blue ring production was back here. Let's go see if any proliferator has made its way there yet. Yes, we do have some in transit. Okay. Is any of it making its way over here? We did get some proliferator here. Oh no, this we already had, right? This was the other thing. Yes, we got some proliferator here. Now, what's the problem here? What's going wrong? You don't have any graphite? Energetic graphite? Ah, we don't have any energetic graphite. Okay. So that's more coal we need to go figure out how to use next episode. Yeah, I gotta use some coal for energetic graphite production into the system, it looks like. So that'll be first on the list next episode, and then I don't know. I might play around with this idea of like extracting all the crude oil from the ground where it's useless to me and separating it into fuel and hydrogen. We'd have to build some fairly massive storage tanks, but it might be worth doing because then at least I'd have it available to use and I could use it freely. Whereas when it's in the ground as oil and like you have to balance recipes and figure out what to do with the stuff that you're not interested in using, it's just so like I don't have I have barely any oil usage because it's so difficult to use. At least if I pulled it all up out of the ground and separated it into the two components, from there I could be like, okay, I don't need to use the hydrogen, but I need a bunch of refined fuel, so let me just use some of this 5 million fuel that I've stored up, or whatever. It's kind of the idea. I don't know if it's a good one or not. I'm curious to know what you think, but that is going to be this episode. We're done here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Take care.